I love being a self-published or an indie author. It is so much fun to wear all the different hats. So from writing to marketing to formatting to figuring out the cover, although I do hire a cover designer, I get to work with her and I get to be a part of the process. It is really, really fun to be able to wear all the hats. But it can also be stressful because I'm wearing all the hats. Hi, I'm Jennifer Gregson. I'm a young adult indie author who has 3 books currently on the market, and I am writing an urban fantasy series set in New York, which is where I live. I've been an indie author since 2018 when my first book, The Art of Lying, was published on Amazon. And in that time, I have learned a lot, and I am still learning. That's the beauty of being an indie author, is how much I've learned over the years. So today I thought I'd talk about 5 or 6 of the things that I have learned in the many years that I've been doing this. 1, categories and keywords can make or break your launch. I didn't know a whole lot about that when I first started, and so I chose keywords and categories that sort of made sense in my brain, but that weren't very marketable. And I learned later, and the beauty of at least Amazon and most of the other ones, but at least Amazon is the one I know better, you can go back and you can change those. But knowing your marketable categories and keywords, the things that people actually are searching for, is key in helping readers find your books. And sort of to go along with that, reading, learning, online courses, YouTube videos, it is really, really helpful to have someone sort of guiding you when you first start out. My first book, I was sort of doing it sort of blind. And then I found 2 different courses. There was one that was like very, very masculine energy and one that was very feminine energy, and they worked perfectly together. There was, it was more businessy, and this one was more about like how things feel and how they look and how it makes you feel and what you want to do with your connection to the readers. And this one was all about money and finances. It worked perfectly. And having the 2 together along with various books, various people on YouTube, really, really helped me step up my game from my first book to my second. The third one is so important to learn, but also really, really disappointing to learn, is that once you stop promoting your book, sales disappear. Yes, people find it through search every once in a while. That's why categories and keywords are so important. But if you're not actively talking about your books, if you're not actively connecting with your readers, it is just near impossible to sell. But it's such a thrill when someone does read my book. Even today, I've been in this since 2018. I have had 3 books out, and the other day I noticed that someone was reading my book, and I was getting Kindle page reads, and I was so happy. Like, I was in a good mood for the rest of the day. And then they read my second book, and I was still happy. I assume it was the same person. You can't really tell, but they read one and then went right into the other. And I was just thrilled. Every time I log on to my reporting through the back end of Kindle, Amazon's publishing platform, I get excited when I see that someone has purchased my book or is reading my book. It's just thrilling. And I hope that when I read somebody's book like that, when I'm in Kindle reading in the Kindle Unlimited program, I hope that I am doing that for somebody else as well. One of the other things I've learned is how important your newsletter is, how important it is to sort of own your own social marketing platform, right? As we saw with the TikTok ban, things can happen, things can disappear, things can come back but look really different. You don't own Facebook, you don't own Instagram, I don't own YouTube, right? It's really, really important to have a newsletter. And I wish I had spent some time learning more about that at the beginning and really building my list before even my first book came out. But I just didn't know. It was one of those things I didn't know I needed to know. And so I still sometimes feel like I'm behind the 8 ball with that. I feel like I'm way late, but it is what it is. But building that readership via a newsletter, something that you own, that list can go anywhere. So if my platform disappears, I own that list. I can take it out. It's really, really, really important. And I wish I had started that sooner. And one of the things that I'm still learning is what works. What works with marketing? This is one of those things that is a lot of trial and error. I started YouTube a long time ago. I didn't feel like it was working, but I think it was more me and my messaging and how I was using it and not the platform. But then I tried some other things and I'm still trying things. And I think that is really the biggest lesson of wearing all the hats, of being an indie publisher, of sort of being fully in charge, is that it's exciting and it's scary because I'm fully in control. I'm the one that has to make the choices. I'm the one that has to make the decisions. I'm the one that gets final say. Yes, I can get outside perspective. I can ask people in the industry. I can ask friends that I trust. I can do all of that. I can ask my readers in my newsletter, which I definitely do, but it's still up to me to make decisions. And I am still learning and I am still growing and I am still trying things. And again, that's the beauty of being able to wear all the hats, but it is sometimes very overwhelming. And I think you just have to keep going one foot in front of the other. And I'm very excited that I'm an indie author, and I'm really excited that I'm here doing this, connecting to readers in a different way, trying something new. So I hope you will stick around. I hope that you will watch my videos. I hope that if you are curious, you get on my newsletter list to learn more about me and my books. And I hope if you are an author that you take these lessons to heart and know that you're never going to get it right. You're still going to grow. You're still going to learn. And it is more than okay. If you'd like to check out my latest novel, Aerial Ambitions, it is available in Amazon's Kindle Unlimited. So if you have that, you can read it for free. It is about Roz, who leaves her family's small town traveling circus to join a 3-ring circus in Chicago. And she finds out what it means to be a very small fish in a very large pond. I make videos every Friday, so hit the subscribe button and I will see you next week.